You got me.
Get it down, yeah.
Home free. Home free. Home free, nigga. Let go. Let go. That bit my tape, boy. You big, boy. Nigga, they doing push-ups. Boy, I see you, boy. No, this Ray. That little Ray. Man, this ain't Ray. That little Ray. Hey, Ray. What the fuck, man? That little Ray. Hey. That little Ray. I love you, boy. Hey, Ray got big as fuck, man. Hey, Ray cold on the field, too. Yeah. Hey, cold. Demon home, too, pussy. Demon home. Hey, cuz, are you still rapping? Got you. Nigga try to fuck me in. Nigga try to fuck me out. Nigga try to fuck me in. Nigga try to fuck me out.
Hey man, welcome back to another episode of Big Six Bants. We got some breaking news, breaking news, man. All I'm gonna say is zoom, 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 and everybody say, hey, listen, man, listen. We've been itching, we've been scratching, we've been starving. Yeah, we've been starving. It could happen. You know what I'm saying? So, rival fans, I know some of you lot are pulling up to see the gas. Some of you lot are pulling up to do the haterade thing. Give us this. We've had nothing. So give us this. I'm happy for Cow especially. If you saw Cow's reaction when I mentioned Zubimendi on Monday, he almost fell off his seat. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'll be honest. Man is saying our months don't get clipped. I don't give a fuck. A rope. Yeah, I'm barking again. A rope. I'm ready to get hurt again, if I'm honest. Obviously, let's wait and see. It's not 100% done. It's not even 50% done. But we have been starving. You get it? I ain't eaten in months. And man want to just dangle. Man just want to dangle the finest of foods in front of me. And act like I think I'm gonna act civilized, blood. Think I'm gonna be civilized, fam. You know what I'm saying? Man are telling me months, act right. Bro, if you ain't eaten in a week, and man are dangling Wagamamas in front of you, man are dangling a Nando's in front of you, and Nando's in front of you and that, man are thinking what? What, you're just gonna act normal and you're gonna sit there and wait until it's ready to be, bro? No, you're gonna move like a fiend. You get it? It's time to eat, blood. Yeah, and for everyone that's hating already, it's not even done. It's not even halfway done. And the rival fans are already finding their little discrepancies to talk shit. I'm pretty sure Arsenal were linked to him. I'm pretty sure United were linked to him. So if anything, it's not about don't let it not happen. It's don't let it fucking happen. That's what it should be. It's don't let it fucking happen. That's where it really comes from. It's as simple as that. You get it? Word to Giovanni, bro. The man have been fasting, bro. The man have been fasting. You see it? Yeah, man. Mr. Link, big up for the super chat. Hoes be hating, yo. The hoes be mad as fuck. They salty. They be mad as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Big up Mr. Link for the super chat, man. Listen, it's another episode of Big Six Bants. Big up everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We've been live for about 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Aside from the intro, we've already got 200 in the house. You know what I'm saying? How many likes should we go for today? I'm gonna leave the like total for you guys today. What we saying for the like total? You know what I'm saying? As we find some numbers for the like total, big up everyone in the chat. Who we got in the house today, man? I mean, who we got in the chat today? Who have we got today? We got Honesty. Big up yourself. He goes, if we get Zubimendi and play him next to Mac 10 in the pivot, that's disgusting. I beg we get this done. Liverpool wants quality players that can slot perfectly in the team. Big up Ali A says we're getting Zubi. Yeah, bro, something man can be put in a Zubi. Yeah, you see it. It's already there. It's already there. You know what I'm saying? Big up Trey Solo. Finally, some moment. We've been starving. It's literally that, bro. Like, let us have the moment. You know what I'm saying? Big up Vinny. Appreciate your message saying everyone's good. Yeah, apologies for the stream being a bit later than usual. Obviously, I had to go do something emergency, and it made me put the stream back for about 45 minutes or so. So apologies for that. Big up KLFC as well in the house. Big up GR. You know what I'm saying? Big up David. I'm so gassed. Seems impossible a week ago. David, bro, feet, bro. We're with you, bro. We're all suffering, bro. We've all been suffering. Look at man's hairline, blood. Look at man's hairline, blood. That's no signings, fam. That's what no signings does to you, bro. Look at man's hairline, blood. That's what no signings does. That's what zero signings does to you, bro. Fuck, bro. It's fucked. It's fucked. This is no. Look at this shit. Look at it. The faded, bro. I might do a Lewis blood and not get a trim until flipping until we get a here we go blood. You see it? You know what I'm saying? HR saying 150, KLC saying 250, GR saying 420 for Zubi. I like that one still. I like that one. Nachalini saying Hassam's gas. I think, bro, most of the fan base is gonna be gas still, 100%. Let me see what else you got in here. Psycho Beats says I don't think we'll get him. CJ says pass the Zubi to the left hand side. Hey, that was CJ. Big up your fucking self. Hey, we got the bangers ready. Works. I see you smiling. Hey, you got the bangers ready. If we pull this off, the bangers that we have on deck, I don't even want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to hear it. Big up Joe in the house as well. Big up Trevelli. You lot smash that like button. Let me quickly just set up a poll as well while we're doing this. We're gonna talk about how he's gonna fit into the team, and we're also gonna read through the actual tweet as well, because there are a few things that have been said that can cause some problems, and I guess that's something that only Liverpool have to go through when it comes to signings, but it is what it is. But you lot, again, we're on 81 likes already, so you lot keep smashing up the like button. We're gonna get to 200 for today. That's what we're gonna go for. If we can't get to 420, then fuck it, let's do that. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it stepping. If we get to 150 likes, I'll slap the link in the chat. We can party. We can have a little pre-party. We can have a little pre-party. I'll slap the link in the chat and anyone can join up in it. So if we get to 150 likes, you don't know it there now. 150 likes, I'll slap the link in the chat in it. And you man can just hop in and we can chop it up for a little piece. Obviously, I'm gonna bring in Welks. You know what I'm saying? Welks is backstage. I'm gonna bring in Welks now. What you telling me, my boy? You telling me? You're on mute.
What are you telling me, man? I'm good, man. Shout out to the big six bats and that. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Telling me, my boy. You telling me, my boy? You have to come back. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'm about to make a name for myself.
Are you on? Listen, I understand how things are a bit apprehensive and that. I understand that. But my thing is that I think people need to let us have this one still. We've seen nothing. And take it in. There's 9 days left to almost 8.5 days pretty much till the Premier League actually starts. And man are expecting Liverpool fans not to be gassed. Not to be gassed. Do you get it? We're starving, blood. You know what I'm saying? You're saying, oh, we're asking to get clipped. Bro, you can't dangle food in front of someone who's been starving and expect them not to act civilized. Right? This is what I'm trying to tell people, innit? You get it?
Bro, Bear team's been making moves. Bear team's been eating at the start. You're telling me Liverpool, bro? We've been starving. Bro, I've been waiting for this, bro. I've been waiting. Bro,
this is what I'm saying. So for me, and also it's not like we're signing a bum. We're not signing no bum, you know. This guy is no bum. And the thing is that I like about Zubimendi as well, this option that we're looking to go for, he's probably the highest on the list, maybe around with Edison and Varela in and around there. Bro, he plays at the base of a 4-1-4-1, which we've seen Slot use. We've seen Slot go and use that in pre-season. We've seen us kind of go to the 4-1-4-1 in pre-season. You know what I'm saying? He also sits at the base of a 4-3-3. He also sits in the pivot of a 4-2-3-1. You know, now is he the most mobile player in the world? No. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's not what we're going for, though.
But he's not mad stiff, though. But he's not mad stiff at the same time. He can still get around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's very good on the ball. We know his qualities. If United got the Zubimendi bomb, these man would be. Hey, brother, don't fucking piss me off, man.
Yeah,
don't piss me off. I wouldn't hear the fucking end of it. Bro, Arsenal have been creaming over Marino.
Yeah.
Ask Arsenal who they'd rather have at Marino and Zubimendi. Ask them who they'd rather have.
Why do you turn them down twice?
No. Marino will go Arsenal, but
No,
ask them who they
Zubimendi.
prefer. Ask them who they prefer. Ask them.
Yeah.
Ask them man who they prefer. You know what I'm saying?
And Martin Zubimendi.
How about this? When it was said on Never a Foul, when the news broke, bro, the era of silence was crazy. The era of silence. Did you get it? All I'm saying is that there's going to be a lot of haterade on the way, and we got to just deflect that. Just deflect that. Not deflect that. You know what I'm saying? Zoom, zoom, zoom. And everybody say, ayo, ayo. Deflect that. Deflect that. You know what I'm saying? My thing is that I feel like we need to pay attention to some of the details of these tweets as well. So let's get to that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
The like button, and we're gonna just read through some of these. I don't need to bring it up on the screen for now. But yeah, it's let me quickly just read what was said on.
Who are you gonna read first? Ornstein.
I'm gonna read the Ornstein tweet first, and then I'll read Fabrizio, and then I'll read also Paul Joyce's. Paul Joyce, by the way, for me is the difference in this.
Yeah,
Paul Joyce is the difference. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Even Ian Doyle as well came. I think Ian Doyle said something as well.
Yeah, Z, I hear that, bro. And this is the thing, Z. This is what we're about. This comment here is what we obviously have to read first, innit? So, latest news: Liverpool are exploring a deal to sign Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad. The deal is not easy. He has a 61 million euro release clause. I believe that's 1.7 million pounds, something around there. The release clause needs to be paid in full and not if a lower fee can't be agreed. So that means as well that we can actually try and lower the fee and give them more in add-ons and then have it not be an activation of the buyout clause. So there is more than one way of purchasing the player as it stands. Yeah. Liverpool will also need to convince the 25-year-old, which other clubs haven't managed to do, i.e., I believe Arsenal and Manchester United.
And Bayern Munich.
And Bayern Munich, he wants to stay in Spain.
Yeah.
Barcelona currently don't have the funds to sign him. So I believe he would also go. I believe he would go Barcelona over Liverpool. I'm not going to sit there and, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit there and be stupid about it. I think he would, you know what I'm saying? He could be a serious game changer. And I think rival fans, as well as we could know this, you know what I'm saying? But rival fans, I do think deep down, think that could be a game changer. If Liverpool signs Zubimendi, be honest, rival fans, that could be a game, that could be a real game changer. Now, obviously, he still needs to adapt to the speed of the Premier League. Remember, players like Rodri had a very, very tough first year in the Premier League. Very, very tough. A lot of them wanted him sold. You know what I'm saying? But, again, we don't know. Again, some of these Spanish players, when it comes to adapting to the Prem, Sal, even though he was misprofiled, struggled. You know what I'm saying? Rodri struggled. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Z, you know, I hear that. And Z, you're talking facts though. I feel like with the way that Ornstein's orchestrated his tweet, I do feel like there is truth to that. Obviously, I saw some reports. I had a few messages and that Richard Hughes was on the phone to him. I didn't know it was going to turn into a Paul Joyce and an Ornstein and a Fab tweet today, though. That was a lot quicker than what I thought it was going to happen. So it was more of just whispers, in it, whispers that they've been on the phone. So listen, again, now this is now up to the hierarchy, innit? It's up to the hierarchy because usually, listen, let's be honest. As Liverpool fans, we have PTSD, bro. We have PTSD. There's real PTSD.
Yeah, but you have to be careful with the wording. It's saying like Caicedo. Remember, I think they said they agreed a fee for Caicedo, but we didn't agree on personal terms.
Caicedo got the here we go. He got the Ornstein bomb. But
it was still sketchy because remember, even that if you looked into those tweets, it will say that Liverpool and Chelsea agreed a fee, but there was nothing about personal terms. But I remember that. That's why I was a bit confused.
But hold on, he even said Caicedo will be a Liverpool player.
Yeah, I do remember that. I remember that. Yeah,
it's crazy, bro. This is what I'm saying. So again, for us as a fan base right now, for us as a fan base, if we're keeping it a buck, there is PTSD there of a deal breaking down. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they can't publish. You cannot publicize this and not make it happen. Honestly, you can't publicize this and not make it happen. Honestly, you can't.
But unless the player decides that he doesn't want to come, and we become one of those Bayern Munich and Arsenal.
Yeah, exactly. But then again. But then why publicize it?
Ugh, but Twitter fingers, isn't it? I guess that's how the cookie crumble goes, isn't it?
No. But I'm saying, why would Paul Joyce put his neck on the line?
Oh yeah. That's I do think it's legit though. Like I'm
not talking about Ornstein and Fabrizio. I'm talking about Paul Joyce. Paul Joyce is usually he's the like sometimes the harsh truth of Liverpool. Let's say, you know what I'm saying. I'm not saying he hasn't got things wrong before, but you know what I'm saying. He does a lot of the harsh truth. It won't be a busy window. He turned out to be right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Even though he says that every year, he did say that last year. Yes, and people say, "Oh, we ended up signing 4 midfielders." We signed 4 midfielders because Fabinho and Henderson left.
Yeah,
that's why the other 2 came in. So he wasn't that wrong last year either.
Yeah, but Richard Hughes did come out and said that it wasn't good. It wasn't good. It wasn't going to be a busy summer for Liverpool anyway.
Yeah,
Richard Hughes had that. So that's why I back.
He said it first. He said it first, bro.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. I do think the Zubimendi thing is true. It's, to me, I don't care. I think the money wise and paying for the release clause or negotiating a low fee is calm for Liverpool. I trust the hierarchies, even though I don't really trust FSG like that, but I trust them to get it done. It's whether or not Zubimendi will leave. That's my biggest question, bro. That's what, and I can't lie. If they get Zubimendi, I think not only I'm looking at Zubimendi, but I think what it states for Liverpool. That means we're selling a project that we bear in mind. We've got a new manager. That means we're buying into the manager's football and into what Liverpool can actually progress. Because those 3, like we haven't spoke about it properly in depth much, but those 3 games that I've seen, in pre-season, yes, it's pre-season. There were fantastic games for a Liverpool fan. Just to see how Liverpool played, there were great games. Like to me personally, not saying that those are games for you to win the league, but just to see how Arne Slot implement his tactics, the way he's able to sort of coach. Add Zubimendi in that team. Oh my gosh. Like you said, rival fans can't even argue. If you get a Zubimendi in your team, oh my gosh, it just adds more of that sort of quality and, onto Liverpool's team. And with a coach like Arne Slot, bro, I'm invested in Arne Slot right now. That's my biggest takeaway. That's my biggest thing. So if Zubimendi and Arne Slot next to McAllister, so Bosley, yeah, man, I'm involved in that. But I just want to see if Zubimendi will actually leave.
No, I do hear it. For me, I the only thing, if I have to be grounded about something, it's I don't like the convince the player aspect of it. I feel like the player should be convinced, and then you work out the financials, the other variables of the deal. I much prefer it to be the other way around, because once you've agreed that the player wants the club, then all that needs to be found is a middle ground. All you need is a middle ground. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on to one of the other tweets. Let's obviously read Fabrizio's tweet. Now, Fabrizio's tweet was slightly different, obviously, to that of Ornstein's. He says, Liverpool are exploring a new move for Martin Zubimendi as new midfielder. Exploring move for Martin Zubimendi as a new midfielder. There is a 60 million euro release clause into his contract. Talks will follow between the clubs and on the players' side. So on the players' side is very similar to what Ornstein said in terms of player still needs to be convinced. That is a big, part of that. On Paul Joyce's side, Paul Joyce has just kept it very simple. Liverpool considering Real Sociedad midfielder Zubimendi. More to follow, obviously, at the times. So this is generally something that is 100% happening, obviously, in terms of like Liverpool are actively pursuing this. Josh says, no, Monts, you have to tell the player what you expect from him and how you're going to play him and where the clubs are expected to go. You need to sell him the project. Yeah, of course we need to sell him the project. I'm not saying don't sell him the project. I'm just saying, like, I prefer we've sold the player the project and they're happy with that, and then you find the middle ground. We've been through finding the middle ground with the clubs, and then the player's like, well, hold on a minute. Like, what about me? What about what I want to do? We've been through that. You know what I'm saying? And correct me if I'm wrong, Liverpool are the biggest club that go through this. We're the biggest club that goes through discrepancies with players, and there's confusion behind closed doors. Not that it happens all the time, but the Caicedo thing the Caicedo and Lavia thing was a joke. The way it was handled was a joke. To go and do that 2 seasons in a row, now that will have me questioning Hughes and Edwards for the first time, even as early on in their tenure. That's what it will have me do.
It did with Salah. Remember, it took like 2 weeks with Salah. Remember, I think Roma wanted a certain amount, and then Liverpool didn't want to pay the extra 8 million or something like that. Like it was, and that was under Edwards as well. Like so, there are a few, there are a few laps of a certain situation. Because I remember that Mo Salah deal took like 2 weeks, because they were just bidding over like some extra fees or something like that. Yeah, so also, but luckily we got over the line. But you're right about the sort of fragility that we have at our club when it comes to transfers. And obviously the Caicedo and Lavia thing was silly. Like, do you know what I mean? Especially Lavia for me. I think Lavia was a bit silly because I think he wanted to come to Liverpool. He wanted Liverpool.
It's true. It's true.
Not that Chelsea bullshit that you guys are having.
I think, hold on. I think that I think there's a good chance that we can sell the project. And G, we're going to get you in a second, by the way. Yeah, we're going to, like, first of all, chat. Do you guys think Liverpool can sell the project to Zubimendi? That's just the question. Do you guys think that we'll be able to sell?
Then I've got the question for you, Muts, then.
Okay.
What do you think is the project at Liverpool? So, obviously, from outside looking in, what do you think the project is?
I think the project he's going to sell is that he wants, like, I don't think it's the whole long-term thing. I feel like we know what Liverpool's thing is long-term. I think he's probably going to let Zubimendi know that he wants him to be the long-standing 6 going forward for the next few years. He's going to tell him he is going to be the first choice. He's probably going to show him that, listen, Endo, that's not the direction we're going in. This is the football we want to play, and we want to make you one of the faces of Liverpool's midfield. I think it's just, I think genuinely that's what the project, that's parts of the project he's going to sell him. Whether also it's Champions League football, I think is going to be a big thing for Zubimendi. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I did think him to Arsenal was going to be a good suit when Arsenal were linked with him. You know what I'm saying? I thought it made sense. It very much made sense. He's on 50 to 60K, so there'll definitely be a massive pay rise. Definitely be a massive pay rise, I believe. Endo will be sold, I believe. Or uses or surplus to requirements. You don't know how that's going to go. You know what I'm saying? I feel like for me, he'll also speak about the style and how similar on how it can be similar on the ball to what Sociedad play. And I think that's something that could, you know, draw him to the club. I feel like he's probably going to try and make it seem like Liverpool could contend for the title. I don't think we contend for the title this year. But if we do sign Zubimendi, there is a chance Liverpool could compete for the title. You know what I'm saying? So, and I still think there's more to do. I think there's more to do with the defense. I think we still need to get a right wing back up. I think it's one of those things. Let me see what the man I'm saying in the chat. The project is fine, but if he wants to leave Spain is the main thing. That's it. I think that's it too.
Yeah.
I think that's it too. As he said, if you man gets Zubimendi, I'll never forgive Ineos for their fraudulence. Listen, man, you got another guest in the house. Big up, G. Good to see you, man. You know what I'm saying?
My bro.
Coming to speak the good talk. Obviously, how you feeling about the sign? Before we do go, though, guys, 330 people in the house and 124 likes. Remember what I said? Once we do hit 150 likes, the link will go into the chat, and you guys will get your time to obviously speak about things as well. So make sure you guys do that. So make sure you do smash that like button as well, and subscribe if you're new to the channel, man. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're currently sitting on how many subscribers are we sitting on right now? 10,616. So let's get to 10,630, man. Let's try and get 14 new subscribers. So remember, this is not a subscriber mode only stream. Everyone is, you know what I'm saying? So please make sure you subscribe on your own accord. We're going to be going live at 7:30 to discuss this with the rival fans and the boys. You know it's going to get busy at 7:30 with the man them and the haterade and all them things there. So, you know, make sure you guys are there for that. Make sure you guys subscribe to GTV. He was just live now, so make sure you guys are getting that done. Someone can please get the link in the chat as well,
Big
and
up.
obviously Welks is here as well. So, G, opinions before we start going into maybe where he could fit and the board, because I've got a few things I want to say about the board and what's at stake right now. Opinions, man. Zubimendi. Is it all right for us to be excited or overexcited? Because we've been starving, in my opinion.
I think that's what it is, though, isn't it? Big up Works, by the way, as well.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is, bro. Like, man's been starving all summer. We didn't know what type of six we wanted. Like, we were all given different names, you know what I mean, at the beginning of the summer. And now we've seen, like, okay, this is the type of six that he's now looking for. So when a name like Zubimendi comes up, of course, I mean, you're gonna get excited. I would obviously wait. I'd rather just let him sign, just because I'm not saying that Liverpool can't get the deal done, but when I hear things like ORNSTEIN saying stuff like, you know, trying to convince him and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, cool. So he's not convinced yet, clearly. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Clearly, he's in well, at this point anyway, he's in a position of not being convinced. And I think someone mentioned it before, you know, it's been difficult for other clubs to try and get him to leave, you know, Real Sociedad. And remember, if we're being not disrespectful to Real Sociedad, I'm pretty sure those other clubs are bigger than Real Sociedad. So clearly it's not a thing about, oh, your club is a bigger club than mine. Clearly there's something about Sociedad as to why he wants to stay. They are heading in kind of an all right, you know, direction as a football club themselves. So it's not like they're languishing down in, you know, bottom of the table every single season. Like, they're doing all right. You feel me? So for me, I think it will just come down more to project for Liverpool. Not saying that we can't get the deal done, but I'm intrigued to find out what type of project are you selling to him. I heard you both talking about, asking you, what do you think the project is? I mean, you didn't make it sound convincing, though. You know what I mean? Like, if that is that, you didn't make Monty, I'm saying, like, yeah, you didn't make it sound like.
No, but the question wasn't how I would.
No.
I think the key factors in the project will be obviously Champions League football.
Yeah, of course.
The simple basics of it. To make him the face of Liverpool's midfield alongside Mac 10. So the first choice six, you will be leading Liverpool's midfield from the back in the first phase. Going forward, there will be no competition for that spot. Liverpool want to compete on all fronts, and going forward, Liverpool's pillars are leaving the club within the next 2 years. So he's going to be probably one of the first pillars and the keys to building a new Liverpool, a different Liverpool, a ball-playing Liverpool, and that he probably wants that to start with Zubimendi. Does that sound a bit more convincing?
No. You see, now, Monty, it's always about your choice of words, my bro. You already know this. It's about your choice of words and now your delivery and how you get what I'm saying. But I think that's, like, just to end it there, that's just it for me. I would love for us to sign him, by the way. Like, he's a cold midfielder. He'd be instantly our best / second best midfielder, in my personal opinion, that we have, you know, in the midfield. So of course, go out there and sign him. But listen, if no other club has been able to convince him, I can't sit here and be like, yeah, Liverpool are, you know, going to be the ones to break that mold kind of thing. Like, bro, we've had Arsenal, Barcelona, PSG, these other clubs, they've all tried. So what makes Liverpool so much better than these other clubs for me to be like, yeah, we can do it? But I hope we do. That's what I will say on that.
I said that I think Paul Joyce could be the difference.
What do you mean?
Genuinely, as in, the reason that, like, Paul Joyce has come out and tweeted about it, and he's, you know what I'm saying, Paul Joyce has made the tweet obviously before Fabrizio and Ornstein. Usually it's just Ornstein and Fabrizio, and Paul Joyce doesn't tend to get involved in these things too often. There's something in that to me. There's just something in that. You know what I'm saying?
I hear it.
Another thing I wanted to speak about is where he would fit in the team, where he'd fit, and how it would work. Now, and this is a question for the chat as well. Do you guys feel like Zubimendi could do the lone six, or would you guys want him in a double pivot with McAllister, or would you guys want McAllister further forward? Do you guys want to give McAllister now the freedom to go forward? Because I'm going to keep it. Now, people are saying Zubimendi and McAllister is the best pivot in the league. There's not an amazing amount of legs in that pivot off the ball, by the way, guys. Let's not act like we're the most athletic in the world. But then now comes and this is coming from me, guys. I'm about to say this. Now, is this where Szoboszlai comes in?
Yeah, I know you're going to say. Yes,
is this where Szoboszlai's physicality and legs come in? To now complement McAllister, Zubimendi, Szoboszlai. the legs to balance out what you might lack in what Zubimendi has and what you have with McAllister. Elliott's legs you could mix in. Maybe not a lot of physicality. Soboslai's more on the physical side for a midfield battle. But then if you're playing a team that's not really gonna play against you, you have your ball players in midfield. Do you know what I'm saying? Would you guys put McAllister and Zuba in the pivot, and then Zubimendi in the 10? What combinations would you guys go with? That's for the chat. I want to see some combinations, man. Then what are you saying for the combinations?
Yeah, I agree. Like, I would prefer McAllister to be further up forward, because obviously I do believe that one thing that Szoboszlai does have is that engine. And I think that engine is best probably suited in that sort of middle of the park as well. But what I noticed, and also with how Arne Slot sort of plays his football, where obviously you got, like, you see with the Arsenal game, I think, was it the Arsenal game? I think you had Curtis Jones and Ryan Gravenberch, I think, basically starting as a deep double six as well. So obviously, I don't think Curtis Jones is a 6, so I'll scrap that. I'd rather him further up forward. But I think it'll be Zubimendi and Szoboszlai, and you have McAllister a bit further forward as well. But I think what I like as well, so far, even in the other games, even the Real Betis game, is the interchange. It's how it changes. I think so. I think what Arne Slot wants to put in his team is the fluidity into the games where you can change. So you can have McAllister, but then let's say there's a phase of a game where, okay, Szoboszlai's further forward and McAllister is the double 6 alongside Zubimendi, then it switches. So I think it's that sort of fluidity, and I think the idea is always everybody to understand what the game plan is. So Slot wants to play out for the back. If everybody gets that sort of program, it doesn't matter who is. If it's Zubimendi that's pushing up forward, maybe, because you never know, he might be good in the last sort of phase when it comes to goal as well. He can probably set up sort of chances, but I want to see that fluidity that comes in through that sort of field, and that's kind of worked last season as well. And I think that can work probably for this season. So I don't really sort of matter who actually plays in that 6. I think ideally, if I had to pick one, it would be Szoboszlai and Zubimendi with Mac 10. Up forward, but I do like the option of Slot and Slot Elliott, and I like Szoboszlai in the 10 as well.
No, I agree. And
you got Bajcetic. I can't forget Bajcetic as well. And I do not want. I do see a future with Bajcetic at Liverpool. So I don't want to neglect him. But I know that's not really the conversation. But yeah, I don't want to neglect Bajcetic at all.
Okay. Interesting. Guys, 157 likes. Let's make sure we're smashing the like button. We got more votes than likes. Smash a like for Zubimendi, man. Smash a like for Zubimendi. I just want to look at some of the midfield combinations in the chat. Zed saying Zubimendi, Mac, and Dom. Honestly saying Zubimendi, Mac 10 in the pivot with Szoboszlai. And the 10 and Szoboszlai in the 10. And we're eating good. Some KLSC saying he prefers Elliott in the 10. Fofana, Zubimendi, Mac. Oh, as in if we got Fofana and Zubimendi.
Fofana, that's going to AC Milan.
Yeah. I think he said because there's like a 25 million price tag on him at the moment.
Yeah.
25 M's.
Chicken change.
Freedom saying Mac 10, Zubimendi, and Jones. Interesting.
I said Zubimendi and McConnell.
Yeah, I saw that, bro.
Oh gosh. Zubimendi, Curtis, Szoboszlai. Big up Clark Kent as well. Jaden saying Zubimendi, Jones / Oh, again, where does Gravy Boat fall in all this as well? Do you reckon?
Sorry.
Go on. Yeah, just quickly, where does Gravy Boat fall in this equation? Is this bad news for Gravy Boat?
Why do you call it Gravy Boat?
Gravy Boat.
I saw you say that in my chat. I was like, bro, who's Gravy Boat?
Yeah, bro, Gravy Boat, bro.
You see players like Gravenberch, yeah? You see everyone saying, oh, yeah, that we would cook with Zubimendi, McAllister, double pivot, and then maybe or Szoboszlai, and Zubimendi with McAllister in the 10. Players like Elliott and Gravenberch now they're going to start looking sideways. Because I get it from a Liverpool perspective, squad. We want squad players and all of that good stuff. All of that stuff that probably looks great on Football Manager and stuff like that, yeah. But you see in real life, some of these players, yeah, if they're not playing after a period of time, at no point did anybody mention Curtis Jones. So you've got 2 out of those 3 players who are probably looking at, bro, I'm starting next season. Now, for Liverpool, that is good because now we have players who come off the bench, right? You got players you can potentially rotate, whatever. I mean, that's if we get injuries, we might not need to rotate. If the team is gelling, you don't rotate, so things will start to stay the same. But then when certain players like Elliott hasn't played or hasn't started for the last 7 games, Curtis Jones hasn't started for the last 8 games, Gravenberch hasn't started for about 2 months, we ain't even seen the guy, and he's not injured, bro, people are going to start, do you know what I mean? Like all of a sudden, see that depth? They're not going to care about that stuff. They're really not going to care because the reality is, obviously, these guys are looking at, especially Jones and Elliott, they're looking at starting to want to actually start in this Liverpool team. But then everyone in the chat, all I'm seeing is Zubimendi, Szoboszlai, McAllister.
But
you know what I mean?
Being a devil's advocate, though, could you like listen? Elliott only had 3 stars. Even though we was calling for Elliott to start last season as well. But
Yeah.
So much starts. But then again, he was still impactful, and of course he did come out saying, I don't want to be known as an impact sub. You know what I mean? I want to be a player that plays for Liverpool. So I hear what you're saying, and also him being a boyhood club. Obviously, I don't want to be in the fantasy. It is because it is about playing. If you're a player and you know that you have good quality, you want to play, whether or not you support the club or not. So, but at the same time, could I probably be in a devil's advocate think that even though he doesn't start, but for Liverpool, it will make sense and only slot. And if you're winning and stuff like that, would it not mind if I come up for the FA Cup games or come for a certain games like the Burnleys or a place of Leicester? Then you for the big games, I might have played the Zubimendi to big boy stars and Champions League football, especially with lots of football that's going on. I look at player welfare in it. I think there's too much football, but I do think as well, like if you're able to rotate your squad, I think that could still be a good advantage.
Maybe. No. Listen, we've seen Manchester City, bro. Like the way that they would have, like Mahrez might have started one game, Gabriel Jesus in another game, and Raheem Sterling in the next game. Like we applaud that kind of stuff. So like back then, anyway, we applaud that kind of stuff. And you need a level of rotation, of course you do. But I feel like with Liverpool fans, I feel like we don't know the line. Like we want rotation, but then I almost feel like we think there's going to be that amount of games. Remember, that's all dependent on going far in the Champions League, potentially going through the next round in whatever competition, and etc. Obviously, we expect it anyway, so I'm not going to try and go down that route. But sometimes I sit there and think, like, when we talk about certain players, for example, like Sepp Vandenberg, people were like who wanted him to stay. They were like, yeah, but he'll get all the cup games. So you're going to tell a player who's played 30 odd games last season that you're now going to be just some cup player here.
And if you go out, what happens then?
And this is what I'm saying. So certain players are going to start looking at these things, and maybe not Gravenberch or Gravy Boat, whatever Mons was calling him. Maybe not that type of player, but Elliott. I don't feel like Elliott's going to be soon. That the novelty of being a boyhood fan of the team that starts to wear off when, like I said, you haven't started in a month. We've had 7 games and you ain't started none of those games. You've come on 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, kind of thing. Not really been able to have your time again. I'm not saying for Liverpool's sake that is a problem. Of course, we want rotation, but you know how players are. We know how certain players want to move. Let's be realistic. Certain players are not going to always just be like, I'm constantly sitting on the bench. And I think you mentioned Bajcetic. Where the hell does he fit into this picture?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's only so much football and that man can even play without even trying to make it disrespectful to oppositions, because we might not have the opportunity to be able to just rotate in that kind of way. We might have Man City 3rd round Carabao Cup. We might have Chelsea 3rd round of the FA Cup. Now, we can't play the youngsters like that. Well, we can, but to a certain degree. And then you've got the Bobby Clarks. There's a lot. And we've got too many fringe players in this Liverpool team. I don't see a lot of starters. I just see a bunch of squad guys in the team. They're like, we're all debating about who's our starting 11.
Should I call Cal, guys? Should I call Cal? Should I bail down his phone? Because he's definitely when it's like, if I bail him down, because I feel like he's seen the news by now.
Sure. How many likes? 3 o'clock. How old is his son?
How many likes
his son young?
Calling Cal's phone? I'll call Cal's phone. Well, 200 likes, I'll call Cal's phone and I'll bail his phone. I'll call Cal. 200 likes. We're only like 17 likes away, so we'll get that in a second. Big up side. He goes, real talk. Does Zubimendi solve your midfield issues? He solves a big part of our midfield issues, because remember, Liverpool are just, we've got too many 8s. We're just stacked with 8s. We have so many of them. Too many of them. You know what I'm saying? We could sell one and still have too many 8s. For me, we need to have more deep line and defensive 6s in our team, to the point that we've had to see Szoboszlai and Gravy Boat play the 6 role in pre-season. for me, Bajcetic is not ready. I think he needs to go out on loan to get used to his body a bit more. Obviously, Bajcetic is supremely talented, but he has put up more. He's become more. What's the word? He's filled out more, so he has to. I think he has to get used to his body, and because I feel like he did get caught on the ball a few times in pre-season. He was able to weave in and out of players a bit easier when he was a little more when he was more streamlined. You know what I'm saying? So big up our first guest. Well, he's just dropped back out. When Mr. Link jumps back in, we'll bring him up on stage. 200 likes and I'll call Cal still. We'll make that one happen. How many likes are we on right now? How many likes are you on right this second? Right this second. Oh, well, yeah, 197. You don't really want me to call Cal.
Let me even smash a like as well.
You don't want me to call Cal right now. Yeah, it's done. I've got to call him now. It's done still. It's done. Yeah, it's basically done. Let me call Cal now, innit? Big up Mr. Link, man. First time on the channel, I believe, man. Good to hear from you, my boy. What are you telling me? What a time.
I'm chilling. I'm at work right now, so I really shouldn't even be doing this, but I'm so pumped, man. Just anything. I know we're starving, but just to talk about the implications, I think. I don't know the guy in the bottom right. My apologies, but I think it's right about the squad rotation thing. But if we're trying to be Liverpool and the big club that we all think that we are, I think the squad rotation is a must. And fuck them at the end of the day. Sorry for my language, but I think Jones and Elliott, if they want to stay, they will rise to the occasion. We've seen Elliott do that in the past, especially in the year that Jordan Henderson almost lost his spot to him at right center mid. So I think it's a good thing.
Hold on, guys. This is. I don't know if Cal's heard the news. Cal, you're live, innit? Have you heard the news?
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, Cal. You're live. Have you heard the news?
Has the bid gone in?
No. I'm saying you heard the Zoom news, right? You heard the news.
Bro, it's my owners. I told you.
What'd you just say?
I said my owners. I told you, bro.
Oh, not again.
He's claiming the owners again.
To not get Zubimendi in 2024. What? Are you mad? We're here for it, baby. We're here for it. That's Sony next and then Pluto to the end of the month. I want it all, bro. I want it all, man. I want it all.
Cal, you know you're live. Cal, you know you're live, bro. Man said it getting Zubimendi. I wrote. So wait, Cal, I'm just saying you are like, you know you're live, innit? You know you're live, innit?
Yeah, you know this, bro.
So you saying, are you ready to be hurt again? You ready to be hurt again?
Always, bro. I've got a clown face already, bro. I've got it already.
All right, listen.
Arsenal wanted him, rejected. Man United wanted him, rejected. Barcelona wanted him, rejected. It's different when Richard G says, "Hola, Thomas." Everyone gets the keyboard and the computer screen out. It's different, bro. It's a whole new vibe. Hola, Thomas, Zuba, Zubimendi, my DM. On the way.
Yo.
Not here today.
Bro, we are starving.
Aerial Jules, man. Aerial Jules.
Cal, hey man, I'm happy. I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy for you. I'm happy you're happy, man. What I was saying, obviously, Cal, I won't be too long because obviously we're on stream with G, Mr. Link, and Welks as well. They're here as well.
Big up, Cal.
Yeah, I'm saying big up. Obviously, the people. I think the people want to know when Kopish are going to be live speaking about this, bro.
Bro, very soon potentially. I just picked up TV from his little football stuff. It's about to pop off today. That's all I know. It's about to be a messy one. I'm mixing apple juice with lemonade. It's about to be a messy one, bro. Yeah.
Can we get a time? Can we get a time for the people? Can we get a time? There's 400 people watching right now. Can we get a time for the people?
I said maybe 8-ish. Maybe 8. Let the news simmer a little bit.
Is that-
Who knows, bro? Who knows? All I'm saying, you know when Drake wrote the song Controller?
My eyes was changed.
I hear it. I hear it. Listen, my one's the zoom, 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 and everybody say, "Hey yo, hey yo." You know what I'm saying? That's it's crazy. Cow is the pass to Zubi to the left hand side. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I'll let you go. I'll let you go. Listen, Cal, I'll let you go because obviously, like the hater rate's pouring in. You know how the hater rate's pouring in right now. So that's cool, Cal. You lot heard it here first. Coppish are probably going to be live at about 8:30. Cal said 8, but that means 8:30. So,
I need to see if Thrifty is going to be talking about Wiper still.
Yeah, man. Listen, if the link's there, get me in. I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? But listen, we'll talk. Listen, hey, listen, Carl, man. Take care, man, and have we'll see you soon, innit? Love. Yes. Yeah, so big up Nick from the football club as well. Big up Jamrock, as always says, Zubi and Mac is some midfield, scares me. In the same midfield, scares me, definitely. Big up Jamrock. Yeah, man, obviously, yeah, Cal's on the Kool-Aid, man. More than me. I thought I was bad. I
got to get back up to the office, but I'll be watching, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, bro, Mr. Link, good to hear from you, my boy. I appreciate you for your support every time, man. By the way, before you go, is it happening? Do you reckon it's happening?
Oh, it's happening. I don't think we would have negotiated. Oh, I did want to mention, it's not a release clause, it's a buyout clause. So that's why we haven't put the bid in yet. We're deciding if we're going to pay a transfer fee straight to Sociedad or if we're going to give Zubimendi the 50 or whatever it is to buy out his contract. And then we'll go from there. So it's a little different on the negotiation side. But yeah, I think we'll get him.
All right, man, my bro. Well, my boy, listen. Enjoy the rest of your day, my guy, yeah?
Thank you. You too.
Bless, bro. Yeah, man. Listen, it's looking a bit crazy. More on the tactical side of things. How do you guys see Zubimendi being deployed? Is it a lone 6 or double pivot? I know Welks has said this thing, but G and Nick, what are your kind of opinions on that?
I mean,
Big up,
yeah. It leaves McAllister free to do what he does. Szoboszlai maybe can be an attacking player instead of running around in defense, and he leaves Zubi to do his thing in the middle of the pitch. That's if we play with the lone 6, but I don't know, man. I can't stay long either. It's 15 past 12 in the morning here. I gotta get the bed down under in Sydney, Australia. I just want to say big ups to everybody and been watching along here. It's nice to finally get some transfer news, something to get excited and talk about, man. For too long we've been hearing Finnish club, bum team, rejected, nobody wants you, Liverpool and all this sort of shit. And then out of nowhere we get this news of Zubimendi is being linked with Liverpool FC. It's crazy, man. It's mad how things can shift. It's just talk, but it's nice to be in the conversation at the moment. At least that's how much we've been hungry. I caught you on and never a fail. You said you're hungry, you're looking for something, and we finally got that something to feast on.
No, 100%. And this is where I kind of feel like I don't know. I feel like this could be the start of maybe the floodgates opening, maybe for a few more signings, hopefully, because there was obviously another player coming in as well. There has been obviously links to Alessandro Bastoni as well. Anyone heard about that? He's at
Inter Milan. Am I right?
Yeah, Inter Milan.
Yeah. What is he? Is he a left back?
Centre back.
Left side of centre back. Yeah.
Centre back. Yeah.
Is he young? How old is he? Do you know? Let me try.
How old is? I don't know about. I'm
because I know apparently we're going for the young, like under 25s.
25.
He's early 20s. Maybe.
25. Yeah, 25.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Big up Layla as well. She goes, I don't want to get excited of getting Zubimendi like I did with Caicedo just for the deal to fall through. Listen, and again, but Layla, do you know what it is? Big up yourself for that super chat. My answer to that, my actual answer to that is these guys cannot publicize this and not be at least 80 to 90% sure that this deal is happening. This is my thing. You could easily have talks because Liverpool have had interest and held interest in players before. We've had interest in Gordon. It wasn't publicized until the deal fell through. In fact, weeks after the deal fell through. Gomez leaving the club wasn't publicized. Bro, you know what I'm saying? The Edison thing wasn't really publicized like that. Barely.
Even Endo. Endo
You know what I'm
wasn't
saying?
publicised.
Endo wasn't publicized. The only thing that's been publicized as it's been happening is Fabio Carvalho's interest from other clubs. The interest from other clubs with Carvalho. So for us to publicize this, for me, as I said, if this doesn't happen, I'm now looking at Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards funny. I'm looking at man sideways, bro. I'm looking at man sideways. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're making a mockery of you're making a mockery because these men are not, yes, cool. These men are maybe of the upper echelon in business and they might not be looking at, but these men look at social media, bro. We're not dumb. These men look at Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Fabrizio doing all the retweets things. He's on the playback now. You know what I'm saying? These men are active on social media. They know about the fan base and what we want and how fan bases can look. They're fully aware of this. They wouldn't make a mockery of the fan base if there wasn't some indication that they felt like they could get this deal over the line at least 60 to 80% of the way. For me, even that's not enough. You know what I'm saying? But this, if it's just interest and there's still so much convincing to do, for me, doesn't need to be publicized. Personally, don't need to be publicized.
No, it's fair.
Yeah, but that's how social media works. That's why I don't get much, like, because you're saying that, yeah, but like, what if the deal doesn't go through? Like, what if Zubimendi, like, so you say 60, 80%, but then if Zubimendi says, no, I'm chilling in Spain, but then we had interest and we spoke to them and they said no, and he says no, then that's calm then. Like, even if they publicized it or not. So I don't think it's a massive concern. Yes, Liverpool had talks with Real Sociedad, didn't get over the line. Cool, that's it. You move on, and that could happen, right? And it's the same with the whole Caicedo thing as well. Oh, Liverpool agreed a fee with Chelsea. With Caicedo. Obviously, the whole sketchy thing was that personal terms was not agreed. So that's what made it a bit sketchy if you actually read into it. But it never got out of the line. But they publicized that. A lot of man was talking about how we got Caicedo, but we didn't. So I wouldn't really feel hurt if the fact that if he says I want to stay in Spain, I ain't gonna complain. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yes, we didn't sell the project to him, but like if these man said it, then that's what they said.
If he says he wants to stay in, if he's told United I want to stay in Spain, he's told Arsenal I want to stay in Spain. I've told who was it? Was it PSG? There's another one.
No, that Bayern Munich.
Sorry, Bayern Munich.
Barcelona.
I want to stay in Spain. I feel like he wouldn't say that's Barcelona because it's in Spain, but but like he wouldn't.
No,
like,
but as in that's the point. I don't think it's about staying in Spain though. I don't think that is
the only team he goes to for me above us right now is probably because I'm excluding United and Arsenal because that's not materialized for now, but it's Barcelona. I believe if it's between Liverpool and Barcelona, he goes Barcelona. I don't think there's no shame in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and regardless, for me, the fact that this has been publicized, but I'm sorry, I can't tell you, and it's not just been, again, tier one. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I know everyone wants the clicks, but these guys make this happen because it's their fault. It's not necessarily like Richard Hughes and they weren't there with the Caicedo thing, but Liverpool, we've been stung, bro. We were stung literally. Was it actually literally this time last year? It was literally a year ago.
Yeah.
Within a few days from now, that this shit was happening. It was literally, you know what I'm saying? And when it comes to Liverpool and tier one, we do tend to get business done.
No, I hear you. Because it's that Szoboszlai. It's because if we get Zubimendi, it would have been like the Szoboszlai situation. Remember?
2 days.
Within 2 days.
48 hours.
Liverpool in the sort of release clause. Boom. They kind of paid it off, and then personal teams were already agreed. Then boom. So it would have been a Szoboszlai situation. So I hear what you're saying, in that sort of regards as well.
Yeah. Big up, you're right. Big up Mr. Link. He says it has to be close because they made ORNSTEIN release the news over 2 days, 2 different press releases, and we don't let information out. This is what I'm saying, Mr. Link. This is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? HR says 11th of August was the Caicedo drama. Yeah, so bro, look, 4 days, literally 4 days.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I get the fact that Liverpool fans are apprehensive. I'm apprehensive. I'm happy and I'm zoom all of that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck everyone. You know what I'm saying? I'm on everyone. If we get Zubimendi, I'm on everyone, bro. I'm on, man, because a lot of people have had a lot to say, more time, and yet with everyone talking about Liverpool aren't doing nothing, most of the man saying that actually have one signing. One.
True.
One signing. The Tottenham fans trying to talk to me about signings have signed Archie Gray, and that's it. Be it he's a baller, but Man are talking to me with one signing, which means it only takes one signing to equal what you man are doing. And I think it's fair
And
to
a
say
good
that
one at that.
Zubimendi's probably a better signing on paper than a lot of these signings.
Yep.
Well,
Fair
you
enough.
are better than Aston Villa's.
Fair enough. Man United have made. I'm talking about traditional, like apart from
Oh.
Chelsea as well. Like even with Man United's window was looking great in the first month or so, but their marquee signings injured. Xerxes not up to match speed, and Rasmus is out for 6 weeks, and they're still trying to get Talita Mazraoui over the line. But it depends on Wan-Bissaka going the other way.
Yeah.
And the season starts in 9 days, so they have one fit signing as well. So all this talk about Liverpool doing fuck all, Liverpool, as Nick was saying, Liverpool doing nothing. Liverpool have lost their pool and rare tear. We're one signing away from equaling what most of you man have done.
And it
So
wasn't
I
a problem
understand
for it wasn't proper for us to get transfers. I
Hold on,
don't
Mark.
think
So
it was a problem.
bro. I understand why people are so eager for this not to happen, because I told you I smell fucking fear. I smell fear in the air. If Zubimendi was going Arsenal, I hold my hands up and say I'm smelling fear too. If Man United were going to go and get Zubimendi, I'll hold my hands up and go, fuck me, you man are making moves. So please have the same energy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Please have the same
Bring him
energy.
in. Anyways, I'm out, boys. Late bedtime for me.
Big up.
Guys, make
Peace
sure
out.
you go and
I'll
subscribe
catch
to
you.
the football club as well, man. Go subscribe and make sure
Appreciate that.
Big up, bro. Big up, Nick, man.
Peace out, fellas.
Yeah, big up every time. So that's my take on it, innit? That's my take. I'm on the board if they don't make this shit. I'm on the board, bro. I'm on them. I'm fucking on them. If they don't make
So
this
what,
happen.
you're on them if they publicized that the fact that they were in talks of
Yes,
Zubimendi,
bro,
we don't
because if
get
there's
it.
yes, 100%. Because if there's uncertainty that whether just on the fact that he wants to stay in Spain, don't publicize it, because you don't know if man even wants to leave borders. You don't even know if man wants to cross borders. You get it, bro?
Mm.
Man wants to. You get it? The youth's tanned. He wants to stay tanned. If he wants to stay tanned, cool. Don't publicize that. You know what I'm saying? I generally think rival fans are shook. They're fucking shook because they don't want the shit to happen. It was a laughing matter. You know what I'm saying? It's all fun and jokes until you actually get someone who fits the system.
Yeah.
And I'm not even saying he's going to hit the ground running, but on paper, very, very good business if we get this over the line. If we play a 4-3-3, I still think it can work, because McAllister can still drop into a pivot in game and he can still push forward, and we can actually utilize his technical ability. You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
people are scared of more slot. I think that's why I think like, because do you think if Zubimendi went to Manchester United, you said they will get scared, but I don't think they would. I don't think if Zubimendi went to Manchester United, yes, he might improve them just a little bit, but it will still be the same Man United. I think if you've got someone like a manager like Arne Slot, I think people are scared of Arne Slot, and I think there's pre-season games. I think people will go, oh shit, I don't think Arne Slot is actually like a waste man manager that people might have thought that he was. And if you add in a Zubimendi, because like I said, I think managers are the face of your clubs nowadays. It's not necessarily players. Jurgen Klopp showed me that you can get certain players like Jordan Henderson. He wasn't that great, but like he done well in our sort of team. So, and I think that in this current climate of managers like your Xabi Alonso's, your Thiago Motta's, these are the face of your clubs. So you want to get certain players to come into your team and obviously make sure that you got a good manager that can implement their sort of tactics to get the best out of these type of players. That's why, for example, for me, Zubimendi is great with Arne Slot. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what it is, because I would be shook if we still had Klopp and we had Zubimendi. Yes, he would have improved us 100%, but I'll still be shook. Because the Szoboszlai that I saw at RB Leipzig is not the same Szoboszlai that I saw at Liverpool. And I think that what I've seen so far at what Szoboszlai has done under Slot, I can see, okay, this is what could possibly work and be best suited for Szoboszlai. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think that's my main thing. That's my main takeaway. That I think a lot of people are surprised with Slot, that and now they're thinking, right, if you get a Zubimendi in that team, what? Look at Carvalho. Look at the conversation that people had Carvalho before when I was under Klopp. But look what he's doing right now. I'm not saying that he's going to be the most amazing player or anything like that. But just I'm going based off of the last 3 games. I am shocked to see how Fabio Carvalho is balling out like that under Slot. So I'm thinking, what, if you get a Zubimendi, oh my gosh, you're definitely cooking.
No, 100%. Now, does anyone question? Here's another question for the chat. Does anyone question Zubimendi's bedding in period?
You said Real Sociedad plays a similar way, right?
Off the ball.
Oh, off the ball. Okay.
off the ball?
Yes, because he's gonna still need to acclimatize to the Premier League, innit? Like he ain't never played here before. The intensity is different, physicality is different. So he may be good, but guess what? The best DM or midfielder in the world right now struggled in his first season. So I mean,
I don't know if you heard me say that. I said Rodri really struggled in his first
yeah,
year to get to this
that's what I'm saying.
Premier League.
But David Silva, when he came, he didn't struggle.
No.
Not
but
everyone's going. I'm not saying everyone's going to struggle, but I'm saying.
I'm not saying Rodri doesn't have that silkiness about him, but Rodri's the best player in the world for me, but he's still a 12-wheeler. Still a 12-wheeler. He is a 12-wheeler, but he's the best player in the world, in my opinion. The best player in the world. So again, this is what I say when I said there could be a bedding period, but the thing is, you have the player.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like you have the player, and I'm not going to compare him to Mata, to Torres, to all these guys. These are attackers. It's a little bit different for attackers, attacking midfielders, David Silva, Cams, Maestros, these type of guys. I'm talking about stiff, more stiff body DM. You know what I'm saying? Stiff body. You know what I'm saying? That type of, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones. Calm says this is for welcome, Forest Hill boys. Big up Calms.
Hey, big up Mons, big up Watts, man. I've got a bounce.
Yeah, big
up the chat as well. Guys, please make sure you're smashing the like, man. Please.
Big up, man. Does that sound like a J. Cole reference? Am I bugging? Forest Hill boys. I don't know. Whenever I hear Forest Hill.
Oh yeah. Forest Hill Drive. Forest Hill Drive. Is it Forest Hill Drive?
J. Cole's album. Yeah, album. There's again, guys, 432 people in the house right now, and we're sitting on 251 likes. Let's get to 300 likes. We haven't got too long left of the stream, so let's get to 300 likes. If there's easily nearly 300 votes, we can get to 300 likes. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel as well. Make sure you go subscribe to GTV. Make sure you guys subscribing to the channel, man. We're going to be live at 7:30, where it's going to be a lot more toxic with the rival fan opinions as well. This is more obviously echo chamber with me and the man them as well, with the Liverpool man them, of course. You know what I'm saying? Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. You know what I'm saying?
A good album, by the way. That's a fantastic album.
Bro, fire album. Come on, man.
God.
Come on, man. Yeah. So, guys, are there any concerns about Zubimendi that anyone in the chat has? Because we have to be balanced about it. Are there any concerns? Any concerns? What are some of the negatives that could come with him as a player? Or do you guys generally think there's not many negatives to something like this? Generally, and that's for you as well. Welcome, for you to like. That's a genuine question.
If Man gets injured, that's my only concern that ever comes out. If Man gets injured, I don't want any player to get sort of injured, especially at my club. Especially if you know the sort of importance that they can come into. I don't think so, and I think it's that's my only sort of concern really. Because I think Jurgen Klopp did leave a good, decent squad to build off from. That's why I wasn't too concerned about us not getting transfers. Like people were just banging on about transfers or why haven't we signed anyone? But like we have a decent enough squad.
Man said, bro.
We don't sign him. Yeah,
Cal Sandy's gone. Yeah, the negative is that if we don't sign him, that's the only negative. We don't sign him. Zubi's not a defender. He's not good at that. He might not be able to adapt. Playing that man don't want to be.
I don't get. You know this adapt thing, yeah.
Too one-footed. That people are saying he's a bit too one-footed. I've seen him play some good left foot passes through the lines. The bedding in period for me, his ability speaks for itself. If not much negatives, but his off the ball attributes again. But his off the ball attributes, the setup should cater towards that.
But I don't really believe in adapting stuff. Like I don't really.
I think everyone adapts differently, innit? I think it's different for everyone.
I look at your manager though. I think if I came into the club, I look at your manager. All right, cool. I'll play you certain games, learn to adapt and stuff like that. You just take time. Obviously, certain players can come in like strikers. Obviously, Klopp didn't really have a bended in time for wingers. Remember Diaz? When Diaz came, he started. But when Fabinho came, he took him. So it took him
the ground run. Fabinho didn't hit the ground running. Not at all.
Yeah,
not at all.
Robertson,
Fabinho,
as well,
and that's why I say, like, I've seen Fabinho come in and look like a donkey. I've seen Fabinho look like a donkey.
Yeah, no, yeah, he was looking. Oh, I think. Oh, I can't remember.
And he's
what
been our
game.
best
There was
six.
one game
And
he
he's
was
been our best
drowning.
six since Alonso.
Sorry.
And he's been our best six since Alonso.
Oh,
Apart
yeah.
from Alonso, he's been the best six for Liverpool. Tell me I'm lying. He's right there with Mascherano. He's right there.
What, Charlie Adam?
Give me a break. Give me a break.
Well,
That's a
Blackpool,
Charlie
come
Adam.
on, man. The long shots, come on, man. I was involved.
Give me, just said Charlie Adam. Give it a rest. His height was a concern at first, but he's got one of the top aerial dual win percentages in Europe.
Oh, you're nitpicking now, boys.
Who said Slot wants an all-out destroying DM? Slot wants a playmaking DM with decent defensive qualities, and that is Zubimendi. No, it's true. It's true. Yeah. Listen, you guys, we're gonna leave it there. We're gonna leave it there. Big up everyone who locked in on the stream
He's
today.
still playing, by the way.
We're gonna, huh?
Jay Spearing is still playing. He plays for the under-23s.
We're gonna be live. I know. We're gonna be live at 7:45. Around 7:45, a little bit later today, guys, because Arsenal are playing their preseason game against Leverkusen. So,
are you watching that?
I watch most preseason. Like, I watch most football. I'm starving for any football, so I probably will watch it. We're going to speak about that. We're going to speak a little bit about Chelsea, and obviously we're going to speak about Zubimendi. It's going to be the man there, me, Casey, Ethan, Corey, the man them and that. So, guys, make sure you're there. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you've hit this notification bell. Let me know. Are you not going to be there later on? Yeah, because it is going to get a bit spicy later. So, you know what I'm saying? Big up everyone in the chat. Big up Mr. Link who joined. Big up Nick who joined. Big up G who joined. Make sure you go follow them and support them as well. Big up Christian to 8 in the chat. The fact that Paul Joy spoke about this means the rumors are true. Of course, it's definitely true that we are interested. Big up HR14, Mr. Sinclair, E. Santiago, Ben Taylor, Gerald Williams, everyone who sent in their super chats, Jamrock, Layla, Mr. Link, and Calms as well. Big up CJ as well. In the house as well, man. And big up so many more. A9, my guy. Big up yourself. Promo. KB. Big Yards. Aiden Andrews. Aiden Andrews said, who's actually watching Mendy car? Is he good? He's a good player. He's a good player, bro. He even done well at the Euros when he come on for Rodri. Boston. Well. Big up Bizzle as well, man. Big up KLFC and big up Freedom and so many more, guys. We're going to see you a little bit later at 7:45 after the Arsenal game, man. Big up everyone for your support. We'll see you in the next one. Big up your damn selves.